Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is January 10th, 2025, and Bartomeu has lost the lawsuit in the Barca gate. I'm going to tell you all about it. Also, Barcelona are very confident of reaching the 1-1 rule before the summer transfer market. And finally, Barcelona are now working on renewing one of the most promising players currently in La Masia. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. We'll begin this video with the news that the former Barcelona president, the worst president in the history of the club, Josep Maria Bartomeu, has lost one of the lawsuits, not the only lawsuit, but one of the lawsuits in the Barca gate case, where the court have ordered him to pay 10,000 euros to Jaume Rauras. Now, if you don't know what the Barca gate scandal is, that's when Josep Maria Bartomeu hired PR firms, public relations firms, to discredit and attack people that he perceived as his opponents. And these PR firms, using the club's money, they ran campaigns to attack, discredit, and make Bartomeu's opponents look bad, including defaming Victor Font, Joan Laporta, Xavi, Piqué, Messi, Pep Guardiola, a long list of names, and one of those names was Jaume Rauras, who brought a lawsuit against Bartomeu. He has won that lawsuit, and the court has declared that Bartomeu did indeed defame Jaume Rauras in that Barca gate scandal. They have ordered him to pay 10,000 euros, which Jaume Rauras has announced that he will be donating to charity. Now, hopefully, the dominoes will continue to fall, and hopefully this criminal, this thug, continues to pay for all the damage that he did to Barcelona and to other people affiliated with Barcelona, including some of our legends like Messi, Xavi, and Piqué. Now, on to the next bit of news, because, ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona are now confident that they will be achieving the 1-1 rule before the summer. And I got all the details for you. It all, of course, goes back to last January of 2025, when Barcelona sold the exploitation of rights to 475 VIP seats for 30 years in exchange of 100 million euros. These rights were sold to two companies, the Qatari fund Forta Advisors and also the New Era Visionary Group. Now, the New Era Visionary Group paid Barcelona 28 million euros when this deal was signed, and Forta Advisors paid 30 million euros to Barcelona when this deal was signed, and there were 42 million euros outstanding, with Era Visionary Group being responsible for those 42 million. Now, Barcelona have already received 12 million out of those 42, which means that there are 30 million euros outstanding from the 100 million euro deal, and Barcelona expect to receive those remaining 30 million euros by June. And once Barcelona receive those 30 million euros, they will be able to count the VIP seats deal as their income, because last year when it was signed, they weren't able to, because one, the stadium wasn't finalized, and two, Barcelona hadn't received all the money. Now the stadium is done. Those VIP seats are available for use, and by June, they will have received the entire 100 million euros from both Forta Advisors and New Era Visionary Group, and therefore Barcelona will go back to their auditor and say, look, stadium is done. We have the money. The auditor will make a report saying, yes, you can count the 100 million euros as income. Barcelona will submit that to La Liga, and hopefully before the summer transfer market opens, Barcelona will be back to the 1-1 rule, which means for every euro that we make, we can spend that entire euro on signings, which will make signings much, much easier. And that, of course, is great news, because Barcelona will be looking to reinforce many positions, including the center forward, center back, maybe the left wing. Well, yes, the left wing, actually, because they will activate the option of Rashford, and they still have to pay for it, right? So this is, of course, great news. We'll see if that happens, of course, because at this point, I don't believe anything that comes to the 1-1 rule. So I guess see it to believe it. Now, speaking of signings, ladies and gentlemen, we have more delays in the Joao Cancelo signing. Now, as you know, Barcelona have everything in place to sign Joao Cancelo on a 6-month loan from Al Hilal. Cancelo was supposed to undergo medical exams on Friday. The club pushed it till Saturday. And now the club have pushed it once again, this time to Monday, because of course the club are now fully focused on the Spanish Super Cup final. So Joao Cancelo will fly to Barcelona on Monday, undergo the medical exams on Monday, and of course on Tuesday he will be officially presented as a Barcelona player once again. This is kind of like what I predicted that would happen. I said most likely Barcelona are not going to be announcing this until after the Spanish Super Cup because they're focused on that. Plus, I imagine Joan Laporta is going to want to be there for the pictures and the signing of the contract. And right now he's in Saudi. So this all adds up. And then instead of having the medical exams on Saturday, then doing the presentation several days later, this makes a lot more sense to have him do the medical exams on Monday and then officially be presented on Tuesday. Now, speaking of Joao Cancelo, La Liga have officially approved, or I should say the medical commission of La Liga have officially approved the injury of Andreas Christensen, who partially tore his ACL and as a result will be out between 4 to 5 months. Barcelona submitted all the paperwork to La Liga's medical commission. They have approved his injury, and as such, Barcelona will now be able to use 80% of Christensen's salary margin to register someone else. And this is why I said, speaking of Joao Cancelo, because of course, that 80% will go to register Joao Cancelo as a Barcelona player once his signing is made official on Tuesday. All right, on to the next bit of news, because Barcelona are now working on extending the contract of one of the most promising players currently in La Masia, who's no other than Ibrahima Tunkara. Ibrahima Tunkara is someone we've talked about previously on this channel. He's a 15-year-old attacker currently playing in the Juvenil A. That's huge, by the way. Juvenil A is the under-19 team, and yet this guy at 15 years old, he's already playing with 19-year-olds under the direction of Paul Planas. He has been playing as a right winger, even though that is a new position for him, but he can also play as an interior midfielder. Now, if you don't know much about Ibrahima Tunkara, he has been dubbed the new Lamine Yamal. I guess we are no longer calling people the new Messis. Now we call him the new Lamine Yamal. But he is someone who is fast, powerful, has excellent change of pace, has a very high quality left foot. And now you can see why he's called the new Lamine Yamal. Now, Ibrahima Tunkara has already played 10 matches in the league where he has scored 4 goals, and he has also played 3 Youth Champions League matches with the Juvenil A. Now, Ibrahima Tunkara, again, is 15 years old. He will be turning 16 on March 10th. And as you know by now, per the rules, once you turn 16, you can finally sign your first professional contract. So Barcelona have already reached out to Ibrahima Tunkara to start negotiating the contract, set everything in motion, get it all ready, completed. That way, as soon as he turns 16, he can put pen to paper and renew his contract with Barcelona. Now, Ibrahima Tunkara is very happy at Barca. He wants to stay at Barca. Barcelona want him to stay, so this is not going to be a problem. This is just a matter of finalizing the numbers, putting everything on paper, and then once he turns 16 on March 10th, he can put pen to paper, and we could secure another incredibly talented player coming up through the best academy of the world, which is La Masia. Now, let's end today's video with some statements by Joan Laporta, who has confirmed that indeed the relationships between Barcelona and Real Madrid are completely fractured. And this is what Laporta had to say. Relations with Real Madrid are very bad and are currently broken. They can always be repaired, but right now they are like this. So this is, of course, official confirmation of something that we already knew. That relations between Barca and Madrid are completely broken. This all started when Barcelona decided to abandon Florentino Perez and the Super League, and since then acting like a sore loser, like a child throwing a tantrum. Florentino Perez has been attacking Barca time and time again with the Negreira case, alienating himself from Barcelona, alienating Real Madrid from the rest of the world, which is absolutely unfortunate and shameful, because one thing that Florentino Perez is not realizing, which unfortunately many Real Madrid and Barca fans alike don't realize, is that Barca and Madrid need each other. If it wasn't for a Clásico match, La Liga would probably won't have half as much people watching it. And a Clásico match is the most watched match in the world. We need each other. Barca need Madrid and Madrid need Barca. They're the 2 biggest brands in the world of football. It would be a lot more profitable for both brands if the relationship was good, but unfortunately, They do have some old decrepit man running their club. So what can we do? We hope for the best in the future. Anyways, that is all for this video. I did upload another video a few moments ago. If you haven't seen it yet, make sure to check it out. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, be Barça.